The automatic containment feature causes a lot of problems for my clients. How do I disable that without leaving a warning on their screen that some components are disabled? If you open the containment for an agent for disabling from a portal site, you have to warn them, and because they should reboot their devices before the changes are implied. So we should warn them. But if you want another case, I can check another solution for you. Maybe we can find the workaround for this case.
So, Mike, is the answer is okay for you, or do you have any other question?
If you didn't open the containment first, it's not a problem. But if you opened and applied to endpointed, can you hear me now?
I think it's same, Zeynep. Can you please speak louder?
Yes. Can you hear me now? Yeah. If you didn't apply containment, you don't have to do this again. But if you applied containment to a device after any portal changes about components, open or close options, you should reboot the for containment changes. You should warn the endpoint. But I will check another workaround for you, and I will answer if there is any workaround for your case. Thank you, Mike.
We have another question about AAP, Zeynep.
During our AAP installation, we found that the installer is not compatible with few Win operating system and cause different issues, system hang. For the Windows operating system versions, we have a supported page list for our products. You should check which operating system versions we are supporting for our AAP agents. Also, for example, for the LP versions, we are not supporting lesser than Windows 7, for example. So we have supporting the latest versions for our some features. So you should check before installation, you should check our support page for our agents also. Or we can ask the support team about your issues if it is different than an operating system version. We can check your logs and we can find another solution if there is another problem for your case. Question: will there be an update to the roadmap? I think there is no question for containment.
Yes, we have a question about our roadmap, as far as I can see. We don't have short-term roadmap yet, so we will be sharing next week, but it's still in progress. Once it's ready, we will be sharing via forum, And also we can make another webinar sessions for talking about the features that they will release as a short term. Online training means kind of academy videos or something like that, Mike? So Commodore Academy is not active anymore, but we have lots of how-to videos in our YouTube channel, ITER'in YouTube channel, and we are still continue to make this kind of video. And also, we would like to make training sessions just like webinar sessions, just like this. As a product team, we can join, and also our professional success team can join. So if you need any other things that like online training and which subject would you like to get training about, please share with us via forum. We have a link I will put here to chat. So please share with us. We can schedule a session or we can record a video as well. So we have also lots of wiki about our features. You can also check them. We have also how-to video, as I said, and also help guides we have. I will share all the links via chat right now. Share them. So thank you. I think this is our YouTube channel. By the way, Mike, which subject would you like to get online training, for example? If you can share with us, we can schedule online training session to the next Friday. Or you can also send a post via forum as well. Okay, so you have a question about the endpoint manager procedure side, and Ulgaz is our product manager, so Ulgaz will help you.
First of all, I want to answer about the Wake Online feature. So let me share the related forum post that I have posted recently. It's still in development, but due to some unexpected issues, we weren't able to deliver it. And we are trying to do our best to finalize the feature so that it will work without any problem. But currently we don't have an exact timeline for this feature to be about when it is going to be released. And when it is certain, when we have a certain date, I will immediately share from the forum, from this topic. So, and for Mike's question, we already have third-party patch procedures available. So you can just, if you want, let me share my screen and show you. So you should be seeing my Endpoint Manager portal right now. So from procedures, you can create a Windows third-party patch procedure. You can give a name. and you can define the execution options from execution options tab. You have two options. Either you can run this procedure for updating all the applications, or you can choose to select the third-party applications of what you wish. For example, you want to update some typing programs. So you want to update LibreOffice, for example. You can type as much application as you want, and then you click Save. Then you go to Profile section and choose a profile or create a Windows profile. Let's create a Windows profile. And then you add a profile section, which is procedures. And then you add the procedure that we have just created. And then you can either set a custom schedule for it. You can schedule it on a daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. And when you edit, for example, let's choose 17th and 19th of each month. And when you save it, this procedure will be executed according to your schedule. So does that answer your question?
I think Mike has another question.
Yep. Yes, correct. The question is there a way to see a list of updates required and install only approved updates? I will share again. So from applications and patch management and third-party applications, we have auto approval mechanism, and you can turn it off whenever you like, both for operating system patches and third-party application patches. And when the auto approval is disabled, then each new possible patch about any third-party application will come with a status waiting for approval. And you can either approve it or decline it. Only the approved patches will be installed on your endpoints, and declined and waiting for approval statuses won't get installed on any of your endpoints.
We have a question from Sam, and it's about default customer name changing, I believe.
Yes, we are working on also on customizing device list capability. So again, we currently don't have an exact date for this capability, but you will be able to modify, customize this list, and you will be able to use put the device owner here as well. Users because of
I think we have a question from Michael, and it's about licensing and pricing.
Okay. I cannot see the pricing anywhere though. Is there a tiered pricing structure? You can go to management, applications, and then you can click add new subscription. And here you will be able to see all the prices per endpoint, including the selected period. So you will be able to see which license, which type of license cost how much.
By the way, Michael, we have a license management on-demand webinar sessions, which one of our MSP recorded for us. I have shared the YouTube link as well. No problem. And we have a question from Sam.
Wipe functionality for Windows devices. Actually, it is on our roadmap, but I can say that currently, according to the current prioritization, it will be long term.
So if you need this feature, please send an email to our support, and then they will create a ticket for us so that we can reprioritize this feature. Or you can share it via forum as well. By the way, on the forum, we have a feature request tab. So if you have any needs, you can share with us. We are actively checking our forum and trying to reply as quickly as possible. So I also put this link as well. So I think here is a question about remote control. And it's about video recording, I believe. Actually, Michael, yes, the TeamViewer functionality is not yet in our product, but we are still working on it. We are trying to add this functionality with chat and video recording options as well. As soon as we have a roadmap, we will share it with you. And I got your feature request as well right now. Thank you so much. I'm checking the chat if we have any questions or not. Seems we don't have so far. By the way, if you have any question, you can also unmute yourself and you can ask. You don't need to write. I think we have a question from Sam. You mean in the remote control session, Sam? Oh, I see. So, Ilgaz, I think this question is for you.
Actually, this is a new feature request. Let us put it in our roadmap and share a possible release date for this feature.
We have a question about whitelisting or blacklisting.
Let me share my screen for this.
Okay.
So on profiles, again, for example, let's go back to the profile that we have created. And there is a section called External Devices Control. And from here, you can add device class to be blocked. For example, let's blacklist USB storage devices and click Save. And then you can define some exclusions for those with entering the device ID of the specific USB device.
So guys, if you don't mind, I want to add something.
Yeah, hello, Georgiana.
Hey, if you test the USB, you can get the ID from security subsystems, device control, because the profile is set automatically to monitor. So if we go to security subsystem, device control, so if you attach it when it was monitored, you have the hardware path. So you can just copy paste it in your exclusions. Where Ilgaz showed.
Here.
Hardware path is the device ID. So, and also you can use asterisks if you have, you know, I don't know, some, you don't want them to add one by one, you know, and you have, you will see the hardware path once you will see the logs in here, and then you can use also, so you can make use of the asterisk, the star, if it's necessary. Yeah, I think that's about it.
I think we have a question from Rob regarding this.
Currently, we don't have such feature request came from our customers, but let us add this request as well into our roadmap.
So I will create a forum page right now, and I will put all of these feature requests to there so that you can track the situation of this feature request. Thank you so much, by the way. They are so valuable for us. So I will share the link as well. I think we have a question from George, and it's again about the paying and licensing.
Italian billing is working like this. So if you have up to 50 endpoints, total endpoints, then you will be able to use the service for free without security capabilities. If you add security capabilities, even if you have one device with Commodore client security, you will have to pay for it. And for your case, you have 64 clients for remote access, and only 4 of them are paying. So Italian, if your 64 devices have communicated with the server, which means became online in the last 30 days, then yes, it will be invoiced. You're welcome.
So does anyone have any other question?
Michael, if you have, let's say, you have 10 devices, you will be able to use RMM functionalities and device management functionalities for free. But if you have AV installed on even one of your endpoints, you will have to pay for that endpoint, because our security solution is always paid. So if you pass 50 clients, then you will have to pay for all of the clients. So for example, if you have 52 devices, you will have to pay for 52.
Hello, Sam. Yes, right now I am checking the scripts for this. Let me check our script page and find the related script and send to you. Can you please share your email address with me?
And Sam,
if you don't have this kind of script, by the way, you can always request this kind of script from us. We have a team they are writing script for your request, so we can request from them anytime.
For the question of Michael, when you pass 50 clients, if your clients doesn't have AV installed, which means Commodore Client Security product installed, then no, you won't have to pay $4 for each client. The price is $125 per endpoint. And also, from this page, let me share. You can calculate how much you have to pay. For example, you have 54 devices and you have none of the devices are protected by us, which means Commodore Client Security is not installed. Then the total amount that you have to pay will be $67.5. And also, if you have, for example, 54 endpoints, and one of your endpoints has Commodore Client Security installed, then the Commodore Client Security price is $4 per month, and you will have to pay $4 plus $125 times 53 endpoints.
For Code Manager, George, if you can send your email from here, I will share the detailed information for Code Manager with you.
For Sam, you have more than 50 devices and you cannot reinstall two-factor authentication in my new phone. So if you are the account administrator of this of a portal, or an administrator of a portal which has the permission for account management, staff management, you can choose to reset two-factor authentication from here, or for your own user, you can go to settings, and when this account doesn't have two-factor authentication set up, but let's set up, and I will show you how to reset it. Okay. Now, if you go to settings page and click to reset configuration, then and click OK, then you will, whenever you log out from your account, you will be asked to reconfigure the two-factor authentication for your account again, like this. For George, I changed the default profile how to apply to all computers. One second. Okay. So you change a profile and then you want to apply it to all of your devices. To do that, you can create a device group. And then add devices to your group by clicking to devices. Choose whatever device you want or select all. Add selected devices. And then click on manage profiles and add profile that you want to, you changed, which profile you changed. Does that answer your question?
May I add something, guys?
Yes, sure.
So exactly, the best practice would be exactly what Ilgas has shown, to have the security profile applied based on the device group. So the source will be coming from the device group. However, if you have set up your customers to use the default profile, which is under configuration templates, profiles, the default profiles, you know, and you change that one, if you want that default profile to be applied to everyone, you have to make sure that it's not receiving a security profile from any other sources, like device group, per device, per user, or per user group. Yeah, because if they are not
Correct.
receiving the security profile from the first these four, then he will use the default one that you have there, and then yes, it's applied to everyone. Keep in mind it's applied to all the device groups, meaning if you have servers, workstations, everything. Yeah, so you just drill down into each devices. So if you go on a device and you double click it and you go on associated profiles, you will see there exactly from where the devices are receiving their security profiles. So you see here, it's receiving the default. Yeah, it's not part of a device group. If you will have source associated device, then you know it was associated per device or per user, from a user or from a user group.
I think Sam has a couple of questions, and first one is about Ethereum will be free, but you will pay for security.
No,
I think
actually,
it's
that
not a
was an
question.
answer to
Yeah.
Michael.
And we have a question about installing application to iOS devices.
We have iOS store, and here you can add either App Store application or enterprise applications which you deserve to distribute internally. And when you click Inform Devices now, after you select the applications, then it will be installed. Also, whenever you add an App Store application, for example, you give the name, iTunes Store ID, application ID, and you can choose whether this application is a mandatory app or not. So whenever you add an iOS device, after the profile is applied to that device, this application is going to be installed automatically.
Sam has another question.
Yeah. Will the user must approve the installation? There is a notification that the application will be installed, but if the device is supervised, in supervised mode, then the application will be installed without any notification.
Did we miss any other question? I'm checking the chat again. I guess no, we replied all of them. So does anyone have any other question? We have one more, I believe, from Sam.
Yes, 1 second, let me share you the guide for it.
Thank you, Gus. Sam, link is in the chat. We have still 10 minutes, by the way. If you have any other question, please share with us. Rob has a question. Is it possible to enroll an Amazon Fire Stick?
Currently, we don't support Fire OS, but we will add this to our roadmap.
I have also put it to our forum page that I created. I am sharing the link again. You may miss. George, let us check. I'm not sure if we have a video for CRM or not, but if we don't have, we definitely create a video for that.
For Sam's question, so if you have a blue icon, that means that the device is connected to the server, but you won't be able to, for example, remote into that device because it requires XMPP connection. And blue icon means the device is only connected with HTTP protocol. It has to also connect to the server with XMPP protocol as well in order to be able to get procedures procedure commands or remote connection. So it might be happening because of your firewall maybe, or I would suggest you to check your ports if they are blocked or not. So the default XMPP port is 5222. So it might be because of your router is blocking some ports for communication, or it might be happening because your devices related ports are closed. So if you send an email to our support, then they will be able to help you solve that problem. No, the blue icon means it's not in sleep mode, but it's connected to the server, which is online. It's not related to the state of the endpoint itself, whether it is in hibernate mode or in sleep mode, but it's connected to the server using HTTP protocol. So you can get the device information from portal, but you cannot, for example, remote into that computer using our remote control solution. because that needs an active XMPP connection as well. So it's about the connection types.
Zeynep, I believe Michael have a question, and it's for you.
Do we have a guide for the best way to complete the exclude an application from an interface from Commodore antivirus? Yes, I can send you an installation help guide to Commodore antivirus. Let me check the help guide. Yes. We have a detailed Commodore antivirus installation guide, help guide, and I will send you the link, Michael.
You can also share it via this chat, Zeynep.
Okay, let me find and send from here.
And in the meantime, we can check the other question if you have.
I think the question is more about excluding an application from Commodore AV scan, or because as I understood, Michael had to remove Commodore AV just to not interfere with that application.
Excluding from scan sandbox firewall. Do you want to keep scan sandbox and firewall functionalities and exclude the other ones? Excluding from. Let me check.
Excluding an application from being scanned, as far as I understood.
Yes, we have exclusion capability for our antivirus applications. Let's see. Let me share my screen. We have a scan exclusions section under advanced protection. If you want to exclude paths or applications for your devices, you don't have to scan these paths or applications. You can add an application or running processes from your devices, and you can exclude scanning for these specific file groups. Executables you can select from here, and also files, and you can also add folders for your exclusions. This is an example for Commodore client security, but we have for Commodore antivirus also. CIS have this capability for scanning exclusions. It is under advanced settings, advanced protection, and scan exclusions. We can exclude the paths from here. You can select running processes or files. You can exclude a specific application also for your scan exclusions tab. You have the path excluded. I thought I might have missed something. We can use this use case together. I can help you if you want. We can have a session and we can go through your path and we can check if there is a missing point or not. Or we can help with our support team. They can help if there is a missing use case or not. What is it for and which cases does DLP apply? We have a DLP question. Good morning, Dion. We have a monitoring and discovery capabilities for DLP. Let me share my screen.
By the way, we have a webinar session which is about current DLP functionalities. I will also share it with you. It's on our official YouTube channel.
Yeah, we can share the webinar YouTube video
Yes,
also. We have discovery and monitoring rule for now, which we have as a functionality. We can create a discovery rule. Let me create one. We can select targets for specific devices or for our profiles which we want to apply. We can search under our directories, targets also with exclusions. If you don't want to scan under these exclusion directories, you don't have to add. You can select target exclusions and you can also add patterns and you can search inside your devices. We have predefined patterns and we have a custom capability for regex ability patterns. You can search inside your documents, inside your profiles. We have these supported document types for now. Also, we can have a removable storage rule. And also we will have upcoming screenshot rules and scanning inside the removable storage. We can find a specific data inside our removable storage, which our staffs want to share to their devices. We can exclude them to share their sensitive data to another removable storage. And also we can create keyword patterns. For example, we have keyword variables inside our system. We can add a keyword template here, and we can search our keyword variables inside the devices also. And we will, if you want, if you have any more questions, also we can answer from via forum or email also.
And I have shared our on-demand recorded session about the DLP. You can also check. We have explained what we have so far and what we are working on. So you can check it as well.
When configuring UI setting for branding, I had to use third-party application to create the icon. I think
so George, what was your problem with not being able to add icons? So you provided correct dimensions, but still you weren't able to add the icon?
Let me share my screen. We have for icon have these resolution types we should have inside our ICO files. This is a mandatory field. You have to have these resolutions for pixels for each icon you browse. You have to fit these requirements for icons. the other image logos, you only have one resolution as a requirement, but for icons, you have to specify with these pixels also.
So I believe we replied all of the questions, and thank you so much for joining us today. It was really good for us to understand your need and your questions. So I have already shared our forum link. Please contact with us at any time whenever you need help from us, or if you have any other topic about the webinar session. So thank you so much again. I will be sharing this session link with you after the webinar session. Thank you to whole product management team, and thank you to you for joining us today. See you on the next webinar. Thank you.